Welcome to Armand Academy. Like and subscribe for more content and drop your doubts in the comments. Share with your friends and classmates. For private tuition in these subjects across all boards and universities, contact me here or the link in the description. Let's get started. Prafful Limited forfeited 15,000 shares of 20 each, on which 8 including rupees 2 premium was paid. Out of these, 13,000 were reissued at 19 per share, fully paid up. Determine the share of forfeited balance. Okay, now this you need to think very carefully and solve. Okay, and the best way to do it is think of the standard journal entries at the time of cancellation. When we cancel shares, it is share capital. Okay, and I'm using short form. Share capital account will be debited. Okay, we credit share forfeiture. Okay, we will credit whatever calls in arrears. Okay, calls in arrears or whichever call. This is our entry. When we are reissuing shares, at that time it is bank debit share share forfeiture debit to share capital. And then finally, we transfer to capital reserve. And that is again share forfeiture. Okay, whatever share forfeiture debit to capital reserve. These are our standard entries. Okay, and when we are thinking about what is happening over here, 15,000 of 20 each. Okay, we have 3 lakhs to share forfeiture and 2 calls in arrears. Okay, how much has been paid how much has been paid from the previous issues is what's important. So if we are forfeiting 20 each, on which 8 including 2 premium was paid, we have to remove the 2 premium. Okay, so this 8 including 2 premium is 6 plus 2. This is our share capital and this is our reserve. So I will take the 6 and I will multiply it by 15,000 and I will get a share forfeiture account of 90. Right, and for that, the difference is 2 lakh 10. Again, this is again with me assuming that everything was called up. Even if it isn't, these two numbers are not important. This is important because out of the share forfeiture, when we are reissuing shares at 19 per share, how many shares are we reissuing? 13,000 shares. So 13 into 19 is going to be the bank account, whatever that number is. But we are debiting share forfeiture with the amount of discount, and that discount is going to be your face value minus the reissue price, fully paid up. So 1 rupee discount. 1 rupee discount into how many shares? 13,000. So we are debiting by 13,000. So we have 90,000 here. We have 13,000 here. And then we have to transfer some amount to capital reserve. Okay, and how much do we transfer to capital reserve? We have a formula for that, and I'm going to write down that formula. Okay, so your capital reserve is equal to amount forfeited upon number of shares forfeited, minus discount into number of shares reissued, number of shares reissued. Okay, and the amount forfeited is 90,000. Number of shares forfeited is 15,000. Okay, and I will take 90,000 upon 15,000, and it should be no surprise to you that it is 6 because we started with that number. Okay, it is nothing but the 6 that we have here. So 6 minus the discount, which is 1, into the number of shares that is reissued. and the number of shares reissued is 13,000. Is 13,000. So 90,000 upon 15,000 is 6 minus 1, which is 5 into 13,000. 5 into 13,000, I think, is going to give us 65,000. Now, this is not the answer because that is the amount I'm going to write down over here as a debit to the share forfeiture. The question is, what is the balance, the amount of share forfeiture balance? And I have to take the credit entry over here, a credit of 90 followed by a debit of 13 and a debit of 65. So my answer is going to be 90 minus 13 minus 65. Okay, and that is 78. 90 minus 78 is going to give me 12,000. All right. Now, do we need to think of all these standard entries? No. In your mind, if you think of the standard entries, but follow a formula of sorts. Okay, ask yourself, what is going to be the balance of the share forfeiture count? So the share forfeiture count is going to be equal to the amount forfeited minus total discount, minus transfer to capital reserve. Okay, so anyhow, if you can get these three together, okay, you can add and subtract to get the answer. Okay, your answer is C, which is 12,000. Any doubt, feel free to ask.